Hello and good afternoon, or good evening, or good morning, depending on where you're joining us from. You're welcome to Achieve by Petra. And today we'll be having a conversation on how to invest in your 20s. But I want to know who is joining us and where you're joining us from. So you can leave your comments in the comment section. You can just mention your name and where you are joining us from. And we'll be excited to engage with you. So let's know who you are, where you are joining us from in the comment section. Okay, so let's see. Jeffrey from Spintex. Jeffrey says, "Great to be here." Good, good, good. Good to have you too, Jeffrey. Who else do we have on the call? We are live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook. We are live on X, and we are live on LinkedIn. So we want to know who you are and where you are joining us from. So you can mention your name. I'm Kofi, joining from the Ashanti region, or I am Yao, joining from the Eastern region, or I am Eugene, joining from the Volta region. Just let us know in the comment section. So today's conversation, right? Paul from Techiman, good to be here. Paul, good to have you. We are excited that you are here. Okay. So let's see who else that we have on the call. And if you just joined in, this Achieved by Petra, and we are going to have a very important conversation on how to invest or how to budget in your 20s. We are getting closer to 30 December. Most of us have our own plans, how we want to spend our money, and we are here to give you enough information to help you spend your money in a way that doesn't make you worse off. I can see Lily Ann joining from Spatex. So to help me have this conversation is Wisdom Assassin, and Wisdom is our portfolio manager. So I'll bring Wisdom on. Wisdom, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Pabina.
Okay.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, we are so excited to have you. We've been having a couple of conversations with Wisdom from time to time. We've also been visiting companies lately, corporates, talking to them about financial literacy and how they can make good financial decisions with their income. And it has been exciting. It has been exciting. So, Wisdom, how has your day been? What has been keeping you busy? Wisdom, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. My day has been very good and productive.
Mm,
I just finished with a series of meetings at work. Yeah,
right.
so we need to impact the younger generation. So I'm very happy to
Mm,
do this.
great, 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 great. So one thing too is that Wisdom had to join us from a very far place because he had some work duties, and we are definitely committed to making sure that we give you the best information to make great decisions. So we'll quickly go into the conversation. So, Wisdom, what comes to your mind when you talk of budgeting, or how were you budgeting when you're in your 20s? Do you recall how was that experience for you? Were you even budgeting in your 20s to begin with?
In my 20s, to be honest, not consciously.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't conscious at all. Because once in a while, then I think about what will happen to me in the future. I need to put something aside. I need to budget, but I didn't make a conscious effort back in the days. And so that's the more reason why I'm happy to do this because I'm sure there are a lot of people in my situation right now who are
Mm-hmm.
just living life as though um, everything is going to be okay tomorrow, right? And that's the trap. It's very easy for anybody to get into that trap where you think the incomes are getting today will continue to come in, and then you
Mm-hmm.
spend emotionally.
Yeah.
You
Emotional spending. So
emotional
speaking of
spending.
that, right, yeah, speaking of that, what with hindsight and what you know today, what strategy do you think that young people can use in budgeting so that they don't miss out on the lifestyle that they want, they don't, and they also fit into their income and their financial goals as well?
I think one of the things has to do with once you earn some money, you should
Mm-hmm.
definitely put some aside for the future. Okay, we live life
Mm-hmm.
as though money will continue to come each and every time, but history will tell you that that is not always the case. People have lost their
Mm.
jobs over time. Some people had
Mm-hmm.
accidents and things that they are not able to do the work that they have been trained to do. So it's 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 a it's a time bomb that we are sitting on, right?
Yeah.
So we need to really take time to consciously plan for our future. It's very very key. It's very very key. And emotional spending it starts from the mindset. So you have to
Mm.
sit back and ask yourself, this money I'm about to receive, what am I planning to use it for? If you don't plan for it, once it comes, it will find a way to leave you. Trust me.
Mm.
So you always have to take your time and plan for the money that will be coming to you, so that when they come, you know exactly how you are going to spend it. If not, once it hits your account, psychologically, your your unconscious behavior will be, what can I buy with the money? How can I use this money? Until it gets to the point where you feel like it's very low and you're about to go broke before
Mm.
people get back into the right mindset where, oh, I need to keep this money because once it runs out, I won't get some from anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the emotional spending is a very big thing, and then it happens to even adults. So that's why you need to plan consciously for your income that you're earning. Right? And at a young age, you don't earn so much. So that really
Mm-hmm.
makes it more key for you to budget properly. And for me, I think you can divide your expenses into three. I believe in paying yourself
Okay.
first, which means that any money that you earn, whether gifts or income from whether you've done for someone, you should keep some
Mm-hmm.
aside, right? So
Yeah.
once that comes, if it's 20% that you can do based on your current income, because typically for a young person, your income is not that huge. So
Mm-hmm.
for for that age range, the key thing is building the habit of investing.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't start at a very young age, what it means is that even when you start earning so much, you will not have built that character to be able to invest and invest properly and structurally, right?
Yeah.
So as young people, we have to pay attention. When you get your income, divide it into three. Of course, you have to live, you have to pay your bills and eat, have a good accommodation and all that. That's also very
Mm-hmm.
important. But for me, paying yourself first is even more important because you are building some funds for the future. Because accidents can
Mm.
happen, um, and when they are coming to happen, they are not going to inform you, right? So you keep about 10
Yeah.
to 20% in your investment account. Maybe the next 30, and this 20%, it can go higher. You can do up to 50% or more, depending on how
Mm-hmm.
quickly you want to get wealthy, right?
Mm.
So if you want to
Yeah.
be you want to take a long time to get to that point of financial independence, then you can start with the 10% or 20%. But if you're aggressive about breaking out of the poverty chain, then you should do higher than that. Then you also have to
Mm.
take off your needs. Needs like food, accommodation, clothing. Right? Those are basic needs that everybody has to take care of, and that's understandable. Certain bills like light bill, you need to pay all of those things, water bill, right? And then after
Yes.
paying for those things, I think those things should take a higher chunk of your income at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's definitely what we call wants. Needs are more important than wants, and so for that reason, you should allocate just a small amount of money towards them, right? And
Yeah.
to be fair, as you are working any income, you need to entertain yourself. So I'm not saying don't go out there and take some ice cream every now and then. It's also very important to keep you sane, right?
Mm.
On holidays, you can go for one cup of ice cream. You can go watch a movie, but it shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
something that is habitual.
Excessive.
It shouldn't be so
Yeah.
excessive, exactly. Because once it gets so excessive, it will erode all your income. Then
Mm-hmm.
you end up in a rabbit hole. It will be so difficult for you to come out from the poverty hole. So you have to divide any income you earn into three. Pay yourself first through doing investments between 20 to 40%, 50%. Then take care of your needs next. At this age, you shouldn't be focusing on want so much, right? But that's what actually
Mm-hmm.
happens. Once you earn money at this age, we end up
Yeah.
taking care of more wants than even our needs. So you see a young person going to
Mm.
buy a cake or a dress or an expensive hair just to look nice for the social media content creation and all that, right?
Mm.
And then the money that they should be using to invest into their future, they don't they don't do that at all, and that is a
Mm.
big problem because what it means is that when you start earning so much, this habit will
Mm-hmm.
continue. Habits take time to form. So at
Yeah.
this point, it doesn't really matter how much you're doing, how much you're earning. It doesn't really matter, right? It's about
Yeah.
you consciously structuring your income and doing it consistently. So pay yourself first. If you get a gift, if you earn some money by doing something for somebody, pay yourself first. Take off your needs, and then you can spend some on your wants. Maybe 10%, 15%. It shouldn't be so much, right?
Mm.
So
I
that
I like I like what you're saying. So these are the three important things, or that should be the strategy. Number one, you pay yourself first. Number two, you invest, and then number three, you cater for your needs. So it's important that you know what your needs are, and you make that difference between your needs and your wants. And that's something that you are really stressed on. And you mentioned how some people make their needs their wants because of social acceptance, which is a problem. Now on the issue of, and I hope listeners, you are getting these things. This is a deliberate conversation we are having. If you just joined in, this is a deliberate conversation we are having because we are getting into a period where a good number of young people, even adults, will be spending more than they would usually spend because it is December, end of year, and today Ghana has become a destination for Christmas or end of year celebrations, and the media will be pushing you in that direction. So we also want to arm you with enough knowledge and necessary tools to help you not to become worse off in the year 2026, so that you don't join the people who will be saying that the year of January or January has more than 31 days, or January is 30 days. So you'll be saying January has more days, right? So we are giving you the necessary information to help you. And I like how wisdom you have started. So, guys, let's make this a little bit more interactive than it is now. If you agree with what Wisdom is saying, just give me a thumbs up in the comment section. If you disagree, which that one too is fine, you can also disagree. You can also let us know your consent in the comment section. If you agree with some of the things, you can just repeat it in the comment section so that I can be picking up on some of your comments to make this more interactive and to also involve your ideas and your concerns. So, on the issue of making our needs, our wants, our needs, it takes me to the next question. What is some of the money habits that young people, or what are some of the money habits that prevent young people from investing in their 20s?
Very, very good question. And I think we started touching a bit about that earlier. And I'll
Mm,
just highlight it again, the emotional spending.
yes.
Because we are young, the tendency for us to be peer pressured is so high. So
Mm-hmm.
what happens is you get the money, and then because a friend is doing something emotionally, you want to feel among. So you also
Mm,
go and do the same thing. Meanwhile, maybe your friend, maybe somebody even bought that thing, that shoe, that hair. Maybe it was a gift from their uncle. You don't ask,
mm,
right? But because you are seeing that,
mhm.
oh, your friend is doing it and it's nice, you also want to do the same, and it's very dangerous. So as a young person, you have to be very, very, very conscious about peer pressure because it
Yeah.
affects even older people, right? So be
Mm-hmm.
conscious, plan, plan your life, know exactly what you want to get in this life, so that
Mm-hmm.
if you have a goal you are working towards, you don't look at what somebody else is doing,
Yeah.
right? So emotional
And,
spending is a very
mhm.
bad habit that we should eschew. I
So,
want to
so
say something.
wisdom. Yes, I have I have listed some bad spendings here, and I'm going to mention them, and I'll want you to give us some insight on some of these things. I went on the internet and did some small research. So I went on the internet and I did some small research around some of the things that prevent young people from saving, or people from saving in their 20s. And these are some of the things that came out prominently. And I want to find out your take on each of them. So they said living on vibes and not budgets. That's very interesting. What do you think about that? The young people today live on vibes, the social media, what people are saying, and not really what they want to spend their money on.
Yeah, living on vibe is very nice, trust me. So when you're doing it, it will be fun for now, but
Mm-hmm.
in the future. So let's take an example where we have one person living on vibe and another person living on a tight budget. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, the person living on vibe will go to the popular shows in town, Dirty December and all that. Have fun,
Mm-hmm.
make social media content out of it, and post. People be following
Mm-hmm.
her or him for now. And then there's this other guy who has planned out their life and he wants to become a very valuable person within the IT space. So he or she
Mm-hmm.
is investing into learning how to code. 10 years down the line, what will happen is that the guy
Mm-hmm.
living on the vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the tendency of that person succeeding in life and financially is very, very low because
Yeah.
all the income that they're getting now, they are using it to live on vibes, having nice
Mm.
drinks here and there, shopping for unnecessary things. Then the other guy who is on budget is investing, spending on just their needs, not buying and changing clothes every now and then,
Mm-hmm.
not buying that bone street now. In the
Yeah.
future, they'll be earning so much because IT is the future, and since they're investing their time and money in it,
Mm-hmm.
companies will be chasing after them. They'll pay them so well. Those hair and their wardrobe will be nothing amount to what you're buying now. That means that the things
Mm-hmm.
you're buying now are mostly fake, right?
Yeah.
But they look nice
Yeah.
for now. Okay. So
Yeah.
that is a very typical example that I can give. So we should avoid living on that.
Nice.
It is nice for
I like.
only a while and then it's not nice anymore.
Yeah, I like the example that you really give. So in essence, young people should spend their money in things that will help them build skill and competence, and not things that are fake, which will fade away with time. But the competence will really stay with you for a longer time. Great. So don't live on vibes, live on budget. Now, treating salary as spending money. It's like when the money comes into your account, you have money, so you spend. So people say that when they get the money, they spend, and when the money is finished, they manage. Instead of making it the other way around, managing when the money comes, but they rather spend the money, and when the money is finished, they now begin to manage with the little. What would you have to say on that?
It is so obvious, and and I think for even adults, it's
Mm-hmm.
like a disease. It's like a disease.
Mm,
The money comes and then you spend. It gets to a certain level before you start thinking, right, when you know that the money is about to get finished and I can't be able to afford my needs. I can't be able to even pick transport to work. Then
mm,
people start thinking correctly, but it shouldn't be the case.
yeah.
It should never be the case. And your salary is not problem. The money I earning today is not promise that tomorrow you'll be earning it. So you have to
Mm.
live life and handle money as though you will not be getting it in the future. So, for example, let's assume that
So I like what you
so
said, that we shouldn't be. Mm-hmm.
let's assume that you are told that you will not be earning money for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Would you be proud uh, about how you spend all the money you have earned so far in your life? Most people will answer no, and it's because the money that you earned in the past have been mismanaged, right?
Mm.
But in
Yeah.
fact, people have had accidents and they're not able to work and earn income anymore, and now they become burden on their families. So your salary is like a tool for you to use to escape the poverty trap. It shouldn't be something that you spend today. Once you start spending
Yeah.
today, in the future to come back and bite you. The salary is not meant for
Nice.
spending. It's supposed to help you build your dream. If you want to establish
So
a business,
salary is not meant for spending. It's meant to help you build your dream. So it's important that as young people, or people in your 20s, you should have a dream. Because if you don't have a dream, what are you building? So one of the most important things is to have a dream and use your salary as a tool to build that dream. I like that bit of it. Let's go to the next one. Lifestyle inflation. Where the more we earn, the more we want to spend. What would you have to say about that? Probably somebody was able to get their dream job in the year 2025, so they feel that this dirty December there is for them. They are going to spend all the money because they have the means. And that is an example of lifestyle inflation. Wisdom, what do you have to say to a young person who is being lured by lifestyle inflation?
yeah, it's a very easy thing for you to do. So you get some 5,000 gifts from an uncle, and then
Mm-hmm.
the next thing you are thinking about is to get that new iPhone 17, just to show off to your
You've
friends.
said it. Yes, iPhone 17.
Your iPhone 13 can do similar job for you, right? And
Yeah.
and it's even worse, we are not even using your phone to generate any income.
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So the lifestyle inflation is a killer. What it means is that your
Mm.
money can be going, your income will be going up, and if you look at your life, you are not making any development or growth. And because once the money comes, or you get those salary or income increments, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to use them to buy your wants. So
Yeah.
once I think that are not needed, but then you just spend on it, right? So lifestyle inflation, we should definitely avoid it. It wouldn't take you
Mm-hmm.
far at all.
Okay. So the next one is what I call the I deserve it purchases. So you know how sometimes we are able to make ourselves comfortable and say that I have worked so hard, so I need to spend this money. Or I've been stressed so much that now that I've got the money, I need to spend the money so that my soul will be happy, you know. So we are doing things to make our soul happy because we have worked so hard for it. And sometimes we tend to spend even more than we should be spending. You see, you mentioned something about paying yourself and all that. So these I deserve it purchases, right? What would you advise for us to keep it in 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 a structure that prevents us from overspending? Would you suggest a certain percentage of the income that we should spend on I deserve purchases? Would you say that you need to reach a certain amount before you spend on I deserve it purchases? What would be the right structure to manage I deserve it purchases?
That's a very good one.
Mm,
So this is what I would say. Before you start doing the deserve it purchases, at least
mhm.
at least you should have done your emergency fund, which is like about 3 months of spending, right? So you build your emergency fund, and then once you build your emergency fund, at least the money that you're earning, at least you deserve to spend some on entertainment. And I think that's what they are referring to as I deserve it purchases.
Purchases.
So
Mm-hmm.
you are free to do some little entertainment, maybe 10%, 5%. It shouldn't be so much because it can get addictive. Most of this
Mm.
entertainment, going to the class, taking some certain drinks and all that, it can get too addictive. So it's best to limit it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's best you
So
limit it. And you mentioned
it's best.
5 to 10% of your total earnings that you want to spend on yourself for entertainment. Is that what you are suggesting to us? We should look at between 5 to 10% of our income for our development purchases.
Yes. For 0%, if you want to break out of the poverty trap first.
Hmm. Or 0% if you want to break out of the poverty trap faster.
It all
That's
depends on
that's
you.
interesting. So probably you don't you make up your mind that you are amassing the income or the wealth to a certain extent before you start the I deserve it purchases. Because I think that this I deserve it purchases has become like a thing for a lot of us. So we feel like we have worked so hard, so we deserve to, chill ourselves, make our soul happy. And then in that vein, we end up overspending and we end up creating problems for ourselves. So, like wisdom is saying, which I agree 101%. Like wisdom is saying, which I agree 101%, that we should probably have a 0% of I deserve it purchases so that you protect your money and you do not overspend or overrun your budget. Now, let me quickly go to this one. Wisdom, not tracking your expenses. And I think it's a big thing, right? Sometimes tracking your expenses can be a lot of work. And a lot of young people in their 20s do not they lack the discipline of tracking their expenses. What would you say to that as one of the bad money habits? Yes, Wisdom, I have you now. Okay. So like I said, we had to bring Wisdom in. He's at the airport. He had to attend to some very important um responsibilities. So we were speaking to him at the airport, and I think his flight is ready now. So sorry about the noise that was also in the background, but we'll continue the conversation. And I was talking about leaving, I mean, not tracking your expenses. That is one of the big problems that a lot of young people face. Okay, we like to spend money on the offensive rather than the defensive. So somebody said something like, if money cannot solve your problem, more money can solve the problem. So we are just looking at making more money, more money, more money. We are on the offensive rather than being on the defensive, where we can track our expenses know where our money leaks are, what is taking the most of our money. We block those things, and we will realize that even without stressing yourself so much, if you block the things that are taking away your money, you can be able to rake in more money that will help you live the life that you want by cutting off certain expenses. But the problem here is that most of us will not even start tracking our expenses to know where our money goes to. And that can be one of the bad money habits. Another bad money habit is living for social, living for social, or living on social media. You notice that a lot of young people now live their life on social media. So they would like to go to the big restaurants, take pictures, put it out there, let people know that they are living the good life. But they end up they put that on social media, but they are living a life that is a stark opposite of what they have put on social media. So they are using their money, their little money that they have in their 20s, to finance a life that they cannot maintain. So you notice that in no time, they do not have money to manage themselves, they do not have money to progress in life when they move from their youthful ages. Now, saving on only what is left, you see, that is also another problem. So when the money comes, you spend the money, and what is left is what you invest in. But that's a bad money habit. That's a bad money habit. You don't spend on what is left. You should have a plan towards what you are spending. And another bad money habit that feeds into this is not having financial goals. So a lot of young people don't know even why they are saving and investing their money. So it even makes it difficult for them to be motivated to save and invest their money. So if you have your financial goals, it's like it propels you to want to save and invest, because you know what you want to reach, you know where you want to get to. But goals, or probably their financial goals, which is even implicit, is that they are making money to spend. As long as they have money to spend, they are okay. But now you notice that the more you get older, the lesser your ability to make more money. That's it. So you enter the market, you gain skills, you peak, and you begin to decrease. So if as a person you are not managing how you spend your money, at the moment that you begin to decline, when you don't have strength enough to make more money, you begin to suffer, and you suffer the consequences of bad money habits. And that's one of the big red flags. So you should have financial goals, and you should also track your expenses, and you shouldn't live your life on social media. Now you are probably asking, okay, today I earn my money. If I have to invest my money, I have to call a financial advisor. I don't even have enough money to even afford a financial advisor. So my little money, I have to go to the bank, probably join a long queue, go and ask so many questions before I can understand where I can put my money. Now this particular problem has been solved by the Achieve by Petra app. You can get this app on the Play Store or App Store. This app allows you to start saving and investing right from the comfort of your home. With as low as 20 Ghana cedis, you can start investing. And the most interesting part of it is that you enjoy compounding interest. You see, so if you are putting in 10 cedis, your interest is being calculated on the 10 cedis. If you come and put an additional 10 cedis, your interest is being calculated on what? 20 cedis. So your principal increases and you can invest at any time. So maybe you say that, okay, because I have to go through a long process before I can invest my money, that is why I spend before I invest. Fine. We know your problem and we understand it. So we are giving you Achieve by Petra, where you can invest at any time. You can top up and invest at any time, at dawn, in the morning, in the evening, wherever that you are. So if you want that solution, just go to the Play Store or App Store and download the Achieve by Petra app. Another thing, I don't have to mention any brand, so I don't find myself in trouble, but I'll explain it. Over reliance on quick credit schemes. Over reliance on quick credit schemes. Some of us will borrow money to go and bet, borrow money to go and impress a lady, borrow money. And today, because of the digital experience that we have, you can easily borrow money on your phone. And people are doing that, borrowing money on their phone. And that is another red flag that will prevent you from meeting your financial goals. And that is another red flag. It's a bad financial habit that young people have to get away from, because the money is the means to borrow the money is closer to you. It tends to push you to borrow that money. But please hold back. Don't go and borrow the money. Instead of borrowing money because it's closer to you, invest, because investment is now closer to you, like using the app, the Achieve by Petra app. And no emergency fund. When we speak of emergency fund, right, everybody thinks that there will be an exception, like no emergency will happen. I mean, my life will be better. I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I pray, so nothing bad will happen to me. Fair enough. But sometimes bad things happen to good people. Emergencies happen. And when an emergency happens and you're not prepared, you will find yourself in trouble. So having an emergency fund is very, very, very important for you to find solution to difficult situations when they come up impromptu and unplanned. And DigiSave is one of those investments on Achieve by Petra app that helps you to open an emergency fund seamlessly. So when you download the app, you can find DigiSave on the Achieve by Petra app. It's a low risk investment, and as a matter of because it is a low risk investment, it's also low returns, but it is better than keeping your money in your bank account, which gives you between 0 to 5% interest. And Achieve by Petra is giving you, I mean, last year we did about 20% interest rates. So far, we have done per annum, we're around 70% interest rates. So that is way better, and it's seamless, and it is accessible to you for you to create your emergency fund. Another thing is thinking you need huge sums of money to start investing. This is something that is very prevalent amongst young people. We always think that we need so much money to start investing. So we always say that, okay, I'm keeping my money. When I get a lot of money, then I start investing. But when will you get a lot of money? You see, then the advantage that you have with using an app like Achieve by Petra, it gives you compounding interest. So the more that you stack up the money, the more interest that you are able to make on your principal, because it becomes bigger. So rightly, we have spoken about some of the habits that young people have to do away with in order to help you have a good financial backing or a financial grounding. So these are the bad habits. Guys, let me know in the comment section. You guys have been quiet for a long time now. We have been speaking longer than your comments have been coming in. So let me know in the comment section. What are some of the bad habits? What are some of the bad money habits? What are some of the bad money habits? Okay, so exceeding wealth, I can see you. So you say, "Hi, can you please help me with an investment package? I can save at least five." Yes. So, oh, okay. Let me clarify this. I said you can start with 20 CDs on the Achieve by Petra app. That's the minimum. You can go as much as 100,000, 200,000 saved on the Achieve by Petra app. And today we also have fixed invest. With fixed invest, you can start with 1,000 Ghana cedis, and that one you can earn up to 16% interest per annum, right? You can earn up to 16% interest per annum. For that one, your interest is fixed. So the amount of money that you put in, the interest that you get is fixed. But with DigiSave, the interest is based on the performance on the market. So exceedingly wealth, you can go to the app and go when you open the app, you go to explore, go to fixed investment, and you can choose, yeah, go to fixed investment and you can choose fixed invest, and you can start depositing there. So let me hear from you guys. What are some of the bad spending habits or spending culture that young people have? What is some of the bad spending culture that young people have? As I move on to the next thing I'll be talking about, so I'll be glad to pull up from the comment section some of the things, some of the bad spending habits, or some of the bad money habits that young people of today have. Now, if you've spoken about the bad things, now let's speak about some of the good things or some of the good money culture that you need in your 20s. Number one, save first, spend later. So if I have you on the call, I have about 168 people on the call. You want to type in the comment section, save first, spend later, so that I know that we are having a conversation. A, mental wealth with AJ. Please don't come and mention any brands here. I'll not mention the brand's name. Maybe spending your money on fast food. Yes. Sometimes you can just cook, and it is healthier to cook. You see, it is healthier to cook, but you go and spend your money on fast food, keep spending on fast food, and you might have health conditions because eating too much of fast food is not good for your health, right? So I'll not mention any brands, but I'll say that it's better to cook than to spend your money on fast food. If you don't know how to cook, you can go to YouTube. You'll find a lot of people who are cooking that you can learn from them. One person is like Sweet Ajeli. She'll teach you how to cook. You'll be fine. Okay. So save first, spend later. Number two, Foster, thank you. Foster just wrote save first and spend later. Now, living below or within your means. That is one of the hacks that I have learned about life, and it's really helping me. Most of us fall in the trap of lifestyle inflation. Our incomes increase, and now we want to move with the big boys. We want to belong, we want to be accepted. So we are spending money just to be accepted. But what will help you is when you get a lot of money, spend below your means. That way you are able to get excess income, right? You're able to get excess money that you can stack up somewhere, that you can invest actually, right? Because if you fall for the trap of lifestyle inflation, you notice that the more that you are earning, the more that you are spending, and you are not able to invest a lot of money. And that becomes a problem. So, this is a book I want to recommend for all of you. The Millionaire Next Door is an amazing book that's going to help you in saving or in developing a very good money culture. The Millionaire Next Door. You will love it. And in that book, they spoke about they did an experiment or a research, and they were trying to get to the sample space were rich people, and they noticed, so to get rich people they went to the rich neighborhoods, and they noticed that in the rich neighborhoods the people there were people who had big incomes and big lifestyles. So their money that they were earning was commensurate to their expense, their spending. So in a situation where they lost their jobs, within few years, their lifestyle would diminish and they cannot keep up with what they have today. And those people are not seen to be wealthy people. They can be rich in income, they have high income, but they are not wealthy people. And then they move from those communities and they went to communities that we might not see as rich neighborhoods. And they found out that people there are people who had money that even if they lost their jobs for the next 10 or 15 years, they could still keep up their lifestyle. because they were living below their means. Even though they were earning high income, some of them were still buying thrifts. They were not renting expensive homes. They're not paying large mortgages. Some of them had already paid off their mortgages, so their expenses were low. Their expenses were low. So that is very important. We should learn to live below our means so that we have excess money to invest. Then tracking expenses and being aware of money leaks. Sometimes the money comes into our account, and so there's another thing that is in that book, The Millionaire Next Door. He said that he knows, no, it's the psychology of money. The psychology of money. The author says that he knows every penny that enters and leaves his bank account. Every penny. So he tracks how much he spends, how much money he spends, and he has a bank account where he spends his money from. So that is where he tracks every money that he spends. So when he goes to review his expenses, he notices what some of the things that are becoming money leaks, that are becoming bad habits, and he's able to curb them so that he does not spend beyond his means. And that is something that I think a lot of young people should start doing. How many of us even check our bank statements? How many of us really, really check our bank statements? We don't check our bank statements. We don't even know the bank charges that are there. We have no idea. So there's some money, maybe because you have big money in your account, when you see some money leaving your account, because it's not up to a certain amount, you just say, oh, this one is no, it's nothing, then you leave it. But you're in your 20s, you're now building wealth. You should know how much money is leaving your account so that you can be able to plan for the future. It's very, very, very important, right? So today, another thing you should do is download your bank statements every month and check how much you are spending. It will help you to develop a budget that you can plan with. Okay, it lets you know your expenses, lets you know the money leaks, the things that are leaking your money. Then setting clear financial goals. You see, if you do not have a goal, you will not know when you have achieved it. If you don't have an objective, you don't know success, because success is basically achieving your goal. But one of the problem is that success for some of us is when people are clapping for us. So the louder the applause, the greater our success, and that becomes a problem. So when people are not clapping for us, we don't think we are succeeding, because when you start blocking some of the money leaks and you start spending below your income, or if you start spending below your income, right? You notice that there are certain applause that will stop coming. When you go out to the boys and when they break the bottles, you are the one who pays for the bottles. So when you finish, people are clapping for you. Charlie, that's the guy, this guy there, Charlie, hard guy. Now you go and they break their bottle, say, Charlie, if you have broken your bottle, pick up your own bottle. And now they stop clapping for you. Then it becomes some way. But that is what will happen. So if your success is not about the applause and your success is about meeting your objective, your financial goals, then you notice that you begin to grow. So you have to set those financial goals and start investing. Start investing. The team at Achieve by Petra has made investment very, very easy and seamless. When you download the app, within a matter of 10 minutes, you should be done setting it up. And probably you're asking, so which investment product should I go in for? We have DigiSave, we have Global Tech, we have PBF, Plus Balance Fund, we have Fixed Invest. I understand there might be a lot for you, but that's why we have enough information on our YouTube channel. If you go to our YouTube channel, Achieve by Petra, we have a video there that will tell you all the products that we have, and based on your needs or based on your financial needs or your financial goals, you can choose the one that best works for you. So I'll just give you a general overview. If you're somebody who wants an investment that you can easily go in and take the money for, like short-term investment, you can look at DigiSave. DigiSave short-term investment, as low as 20 Ghana cedis, you can start. If you're looking for an investment so DigiSave is compounding interest, and then the interest is dependent on the performance of the market. But if you're looking at an investment that gives you a fixed return, okay, a fixed return within a certain time frame, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, you can go for fixed invest and put your money in fixed invest, right? If you are looking for an investment that helps you to invest in global stocks like global tech stocks like Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, Google, and the likes, you can look at global tech. You can look at global tech. Let me hasten to add, global tech is a high risk investment. So if you're someone who is not ready for risk, please, it is not your baby. Don't go and nurse it. But if you're somebody who likes risk, like somebody that I know who is listening to us here, you can go for global tech. And that's a long-term investment, right? You lock in your money there for the long term. PBF, if you want to put in your money there for like, and you not touch it for the next 3 years, PBF is a good place to put your money. So these investment products are available to you, and they are at your fingertips, literally. Just download the app and you can get it. Okay, let me go into the comment section. Who do I have here? So okay, I see Emmanuel says save and invest. Foster says save and invest. Astico, I hope I got that right, says save and invest. Mental health says, all right, okay, I think he was responding to the brand that he mentioned. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And Exceeding World says that I downloaded the app, but the fixed invest is logged with an inscription coming soon. Oh, okay. So just update your app, right? If you go and you see Fixed Invest having the inscription coming soon, just update your app and you have access to Fixed Invest. The mental health says, yeah, yeah, I'm sure when I was talking about living below your means and all that, say it's true. Okay. Okay, so Exceeding Wealth, you can still have access. You can have access to Fixed Invest. You just have to update your app. When you update your app, you get access to it. Then Mental Health says Achieve is really good. Can't lie about that. The app is the best. Thank you so much, Mental Health with AJ. So, guys, this is how far that will come. We always want to keep our conversations within an hour, and hopefully, this conversation is going to help you to prepare for the end of the year. End of the year is a big deal wherever that you find yourself. End of the years are big deals, and if you do not spend your money well at the end of the year, your January, February, March is going to suffer. Q1 is going to be long. It will be like a year for you. 3 months will be like 12 years. The month will never end for you. You'll be praying that the month will end to never end because you are probably accrued, you have borrowed money with quick credit schemes, you are owing your friends, you have lived above your means, and you are now trying to live a life that is not you living according to people's applause. You don't have a financial goal, you'll be stressed and your mental health will suffer. And I know for Gen Z's, mental health conversations are a big deal for you. So please, you don't want your mental health to suffer. That is why we are giving you and we are arming you with this information. Start now. Live below your means. Get enough money that you can invest. Yes, some time back I was talking with my kid sister, and she told me something. She said when she was in level 100, right? She bought a financial product in level 100, and she never touched that money, and she completed university. She has done a master's, and she went to look at the money, and the money that she has there is just enough for her to start something. And that should be your story, right? If you're in university, wherever that you are, the time will come, it will pass. And if you take good decisions, when you look back, you smile at the good decisions. But if you don't do that and you look back, you'll be full of remorse and sadness. So I'll not leave you alone. I'll give you some good information, right? Let me give you some additional information that will help you make your decisions. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to I'm going to share a QR code, right? So, yes. So scan this QR code. It's going to give you access to a budget planner. Okay. So scan the QR code. You'll be asked to enter your email address, and then we'll send you a budget planner. Start using the budget planner now as you prepare towards 30 December, and then you prepare towards 2026. So in the year 2026, probably in the year 2026, we'll come again and have a conversation and find out how you guys were able to use the budget planner to sustain through Dirty December and how you are using it to prepare you for the year 2026. So please go in there, scan it, get the budget planner. Definitely we'll come for another conversation. I can see some names. Mental health with AG. I'll be looking forward to seeing how this budget planner has helped you, how you live Dirty December. Exceeding wealth. I'll be looking out for you too. Big Sam, I'll be looking out for you. Emmanuel, is Achieve having a physical space? Yes, Achieve has a physical space. Achieve is part of the Petra family. So if you know Petra, Achieve is part of Petra. So your money are secured, right? We are licensed by SEC, that's Security and Exchange Commission. So please download it. Scan the QR code so that you get access to our budget planner, and let's all start planning and let's all have a better December and let's have a better 2026. So thank you so much for spending your 1 hour, or let me say for your investing your 1 hour with us. We have about 195 people on this call, and I hope that all of you will do something different about your finances so that you have a better financial lifestyle. Your finances depends on you. Your financial future depends on you. And I'm going to recommend 2 books, right, to you guys to go and read to also prepare you financially. It's The Millionaire Next Door and then The Psychology of Money. So The Millionaire Next Door and The Psychology of Money. And last one. The Richest Man in Babylon. These 3 books: Richest Man in Babylon, The Millionaire Next Door, and then The Psychology of Money. Get these books, read them, and it will help you make better money decisions. So thank you guys. I've been Kwabena Nyameche Dapa, marketing team leader Achieved by Petra, and I did this with Wisdom Asasi, who is also the portfolio manager at Petra. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll come back again. I have your names, guys. I have your names. I'm going to store your names. I'll come back again so that we ask you how you have spent your money and how it has been for you. Osamu, okay, somebody is saying that I just bought Think and Grow Rich. Yes, Think and Grow Rich is an amazing book. You should read that one too. So if you have more questions, how is investment on global how is the global investment doing? Okay, we have more information on that. I'll just share a link with you guys to our conversation that we had about global tech, and it's going to help you make that informed decision. Follow us on YouTube, wherever that you're listening to us from. Follow us, and let's share a lot of financial information or financial literacy information that will help you become a better manager of your finances. Thank you so much, and do enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye for now.
Oh no, my car broke down and the repair costs are way higher than I expected. I need cash right now. I need cash. I can't also wait for payday. And borrowing money takes forever. What do I do? Wait a minute. I've been saving on the Achieve app. I should have some money there. Wow. My DigiSave investment on the Achieve app gained some additional interest. I love this app. With the Achieve app, I can instantly have access to my emergency savings anywhere, anytime. I've been saving little by little, and now I don't have to stress at all. Download the Achieve app today and start building your emergency fund. It's the smartest way to stay prepared for life surprises.